Hey, what's up, everybody? So Chevy just released a video yesterday with some more info on the 1500 ZR2. For some people, we've been waiting for this, for at least the information for a long time. We've been waiting for a Raptor and recently a TRX competitor on the Chevy line without having to go like through I believe it's SCS or SCC or something like that. The company that makes the Black Widows that Chevy allows and actually keeps the warranty and all that stuff with. So, like I said, they released a video yesterday. I didn't get a notification. Or I got an email yesterday about it, but I'm just not getting a chance to look at it. So this is us going over it and kind of like reactions and questions that we might have from here on out with it. So I kind of the first minute and half roughly of the video, they kind of talk about the past trucks and stuff like that. We already know about the 2019s and before, stuff like that. Right here is where it sounds like they're going to start talking about uh, the ZR2, or at least the the 2022s, because ZR2s for 2022, which should start be coming out here very soon, if not already out on lots. Um, the other models like your regular LT, LTZ, Trail Boss, and High Country, I think those are you got the custom work truck, whatever. Um, so those are the models that are out right now. The only one we're missing is the ZR2, which is what this video is supposed to be. As you can see, first ever Chevy Silverado ZR2. They have it for the Colorado. So hopefully in this video, we'll get some of the actual performance details and like the things that consumers and especially like me really want to know about the ZR2. This right here is going to determine if I upgrade my current truck, which is just a 1500. It's lifted and it's got 35s. This truck's supposed to come factory with 35s. It's supposed to come factory with the lift. It's supposed to come factory with like off-roading capabilities of shocks and locking differentials and all that good stuff. So, without further ado, let's just kind of go ahead and get into it and see what's said, see what questions that I have at least, and see what I notice and like. All right.
And we're continuing to refresh our lineup and innovate based on the changing needs of today's truck customers. We're going to show you Silverado's latest updates today. The 22 Silverado has an enhanced exterior, a gutsy new version of the 2.7-liter turbo engine.
Okay, so right off the bat, we're looking at the grill. It looks like they kind of went with what Ford did with their LED. They just like reversed it, made it smaller. Which at those, I haven't driven a Ford truck, so I don't know how well those LED big like I don't know what the symbol on the keyboard is called, but the brackets, I call them brackets, look like on the actual road, because they also had the big headlights to go with it too. On this one, it has like some small backward C, like they look like the letter C. They don't even look like brackets because how small they are, but it looks good. I'm actually not too mad at the way it looks. I like the slimline headlights, depending on how well they work too. And hopefully they're LED, not halogen or I have HIDs, which I hope they never go out because they're expensive. But hopefully these are LEDs and they work properly. One thing I am noticing, let's see, will it show on the screen? Yes. Okay. So right here, the badging, the way it's so high, I don't know. Maybe if I see it in person, I might like it. I'm used to Chevy symbols always being pretty much centered, like center of the grill. This one, they brought it up higher. Okay, yeah, it's centered vertically, but not centered horizontally, but not vertically. That's kind of throwing me off a little bit, but it could be the angle. No, I don't think it's the angle, but so far not bad looking. It's got its tow hooks down there still. They're talking about the engine right now, but I'm talking just by aesthetics and the way it looks. Okay, that's shadow. I was thinking that was a camera. Okay, so not too bad so far. Front fascia, I would I would say I maybe drop it. Like I'm pointing with my finger, but you can see with the mouse. See, it's like at the top of these lights almost. Maybe drop it to the bottom. That might kind of center it more, or make it more center. I don't know. That's just me. That's aesthetics. All right, let's go.
And a new interior with some
Okay. They're kind of like jumping real quick. Okay, so here we go. New interior just off the bat. So I don't know how the new gen or like the because I have an 18, so it was the last generation. 19 was the beginning of the new generation. I have the old school shifter. I love it. It's nostalgic for me. It feels like you're actually doing something. I don't know about this, but I do kind of like the way it looks. It's very interesting, but this is also not a bench seat too. So I wonder if that's going to change and how it'll change, or if they're even offering the bench seat anymore. Because obviously, all this right here is not going to be there, but you got the bench seat like I have in my truck. But just kind of a quick glimpse, I actually kind of the look like the way that looks. It looks very futuristic, space like I'm driving a spaceship or whatever. Some people don't like it. I like futuristic looking things that are actually look good and are aesthetical with the vehicle and I don't look trashy. Prime example of looking trashy would be like the first gen Volts. I wish I had a picture I can throw up on there, but I mean, just do some Google research on that real quick. Actually, we'll go ahead and try to do that real quick. Kind of give y'all an idea. First gen Volt interior. Boom. Okay. Pull this up real quick. Make sure we go to images. All right, so yeah, like here we go. Like, see, this is well, you can't really see it. Make it bigger. So like, this is the first gen Volt. I have a second gen Volt, and it doesn't look like this, but like, I don't know, like, this is the shifter right here. How does it like you pull it down? It's kind of like a fighter jet or something, or like a plane. I guess that's cool to some people, but I just didn't like all the white. And again, the lock buttons here, I had that on my Cruise. Not a fan, but like this went for the futuristic kind of look. I see where they're going with it, but it did not reach well with a lot of people. I mean, a lot of people were not a fan of it. So that's what I'm talking about with it not really looking good. So okay, just go ahead and close all that. So yeah, and then I like how big the screen is. It went with the bigger screen horizontally. I wouldn't mind more vertical. Um, Dodge has done really well with their screens. That they got some good size to it. But yeah, if we can just make it a little bit more. Dual climate, which this is probably depending on the trim level. It's got all your normal buttons. It looks like on your monitor. So it's got the paddles. Is that for? I see negative, positive. So you put in manual mode and you can shift that way. That's kind of cool. With the ZR, so if this is ZR2, that's give me some promise. It's looking really good. Can't really see much else. So you got your tachometer, you got your speedometer, you got your speed. Okay, so not bad. All right.
with some very exciting.
Okay, so real quick on the screen. So you got your camera, you got your phone, you got Maps, Google Play, Google Assistant. Yeah, that's your Android Auto. Well, actually, I think Google is offering something that's better than Android Auto. I'm not 100% sure. I remember reading something about it or hearing something about it, but oh yeah, yeah. I said the magical G word, and my phone's going off now. All right. So yeah, it's got the trailer, music. Okay, cameras. It does both Android and Apple. There's some more stuff. Again, the screen's not bad. It's definitely bigger than mine. Mine's an 8-inch, if I remember correctly. So I'm gonna say this is probably. It looks like a good 12-incher, right there. So $5 foot long going on here.
Technology, including available Super Cruise hands-free driver assistance technology. And in the spirit of a truck for every customer, we're adding to our highly.
Not much to talk about on that. The Cadillacs are using it. Everybody knows what it is. Tesla uses it. It's self-driving. I just don't know if that would do like point A to point B. What it does is just keeps you in your lane and it's cruise control, and like yeah, it'll keep you in lane through turns. If you're starting to get close to a car, it will automatically slow down your cruise, so on and so forth.
Successful lineup of factory lifted trucks bringing our total lifted pickup truck trim options to 3. Currently,
So with the ZR2, that's one. Trail Boss, I think it comes with like a 2-inch lift. And a High Country, I believe, comes with a lift too. I honestly don't know how much it is, but as of right now, without knowing the full details of the ZR2, the High Country is your top trim. Trail Boss is really not really top. It depends on what you do with the Trail Boss. I think the Trail Boss is more of a model, if I remember correctly, than a trim. Like you can get a Trail Boss Custom, you can get a Trail Boss LT, LTZ, and I think you can get a Trail Boss High Country. So like I think a Trail Boss is more like another model. So you got like the 1500, you got the 1500 Trail Boss. If that makes sense. And then you got the trims for each one. Okay.
Chevrolet offers 2 factory lifted trucks, the Custom Trail Boss and the LT Trail Boss. These trucks, along with our popular Z71 off-road package, cater to the growing consumer interest in lifted and off-road capable trucks at an affordable price point. In fact, Trail Boss makes up almost 30% of our sales mix, while Z71 represents 30% more of our sales. This means that almost 60% of our sales are off-road capable trucks.
I mean, of course, duh. Like I get the primary use of a pickup truck is the utility purposes of it. You got the bed, you got the hauling capacity and stuff like that. But I mean, depending on exactly what you're using the truck for, if it's company trucks, that's pretty much it's gonna be road, road, road. Um, some construction companies might need a little offer, but like people want to be able to like just if they take it off road for any reason, on purpose or an accident, or because whether going requires a little off road or because of weather, they want the capability of that, and they expect that from trucks. I mean, that is what a truck is. Yes, you have the bed, the 6 foot or higher, or even to some people that go smaller for some reason, bed that you never have to make. Like, you throw stuff back there, attach a trailer, attach a boat, attach a camper, whatever. I mean, but yeah, off road. Come on, that should be a no brainer. All trucks should be like standard off road. Yeah, just anyways, that's just my 2 cents.
And the Custom and LT Trail Boss rank amongst the highest in attracting new and younger buyers to Chevrolet.
It's attracting newer and younger buyers because they're affordable in a sense. Because let's be honest, newer and younger buyers, they truly want, as right now, they want those Raptors and possibly even the Raptor R. I have not watched the video on that. They want the TRX. They want those trucks. They can't afford those trucks. I can't afford those trucks. I'm not a Ford guy or a Dodge guy, but I would not mind driving those trucks at all. I mean, I'm gonna be completely honest because of the performance factor, the off-roading factors, and so on and so forth. The interior of the TRX is pretty outstanding. I haven't seen necessarily the interior of a production like Alpha dealership um, came to Raptor. I've seen people where they've taken the Raptors and making them trophy trucks and stuff like that. But young people, they like the trucks. They want to be able to take it off road. They want to have that lift. They want a little bit of performance. They want to be able to take it through the mud and show it off or whatever. They also want to throw their camping gear in the back, their fishing gear, so on and so forth. So it's obvious that trucks are attracting newer and younger people. And I don't know, like F-150 was the highest selling one for a while. I don't know if it still is, but like Chevy is finally starting to add the comfort and features to the trucks the last, I would say, 5, 6 years or so, which is helping them out a lot. So I mean, and they're staying within the same price range for the most part, as long as you don't go up to the higher trims. I mean, so let's not state the obvious. Come on, let's keep going.
And it's because of that popularity that we're adding to our factory lifted trucks as part of our overall truck strategy. Plus, we've had so much success with Colorado ZR2 at the dealerships and on the racing circuit, we decided to build on that legacy.
Okay, so the first thing I noticed, it took me a while because I keep getting, I can just click the screen. That's not a, like Chevy, the symbol's called the bow tie. Just like you wear when you go to fancy dinner and stuff, the bow tie. This right here is called the blow tie. They did the same thing on the Camaros. one LE, the ZL1, yeah, one LE, because it helps the airflow. Like I can't imagine honestly how much air is being blocked by a bow tie that's probably like this big. But apparently it's blocking a lot because with this one they gut it, which is very interesting. I like how they put the camera on it too. So I wanted to point that out. But so far this looks like the front fascia, the ZR2's even got ZR2 right there, and obviously because the blow tie. But everything else looks the same, like same lights from what I can see. All right, let's keep going. I want to say, so far it kind of sounds really good stock. I wonder if it's still pipe 6.2 liter.
Enter the 2022 Silverado ZR2, Chevy's flagship off-road truck and the latest addition to our factory-lifted truck lineup.
Okay, try to see, since this is the actual front fascia, so yeah, the lights are still the same. It's got the blow tie. With them blacking out that crossbar, it actually doesn't look too bad with the emblem being that high. Still wouldn't mind it a little bit lower, but hey, doesn't look as bad. So it's got your LED fog lights down there. Looks like it has a vent down here to help with like braking and stuff like that. It's got your recovery hooks. So far it doesn't look bad. Black bumper.
Since 2019, we've been competing with a version of the Silverado ZR2 on some of the toughest desert courses in the country and leveraging what we've learned as we develop this new truck. Its off-road capabilities are truly confidence-inspiring. Our collaboration with Chad Hall Racing has been great, and we now have a portfolio of off-road trucks and motorsports parts and accessories developed on the track and available to customers looking for an authentic off-road experience. We have a philosophy when it comes to motorsports: race what you sell and sell what you race. The ZR2 race truck and the production ZR2 share most major chassis and drivetrain components, including the frame, transmission, transfer case, and of course, Chevy's legendary 6.2-liter V8 engine. As a trail runner or a rock crawler, this
so here's a good look on it too. But I also point out, so it's the 6.2-liter V8. They're not mentioning horsepower. They're not mentioning torque. But this is a 16-minute video, so hopefully we'll get into that. But I kind of want to point out, like, race truck and trophy truck and blah blah. It's 6.2 horsepower. Tell me horsepower. Tell me torque. No, tell me all that good stuff. One thing I do notice on this picture, it's got a actually very decent skid plate right there underneath the front bumper. That is good. Hopefully they kind of show us more components of the body and the frame and rock sliders and stuff. So because we're talking about climbing rocks, don't really see any rock sliders here, but it could just be the picture. It could be this truck. So we'll find out.
This truck is fantastic, but ZR2 is not just a one-trick pony. After a full week on off-roading, our customers can go to work or take their kids to school on Monday in comfort. This truck handles off-road driving confidently without sacrificing on-road handling or trailering capability. This combination of off-road performance, refined styling, and truck utility makes Silverado ZR2 a truly unique offering.
Mike, did you see that? Just want, like, if everybody don't know who Mike is, Mike from Street Speed 717. He's jumped the. I know he jumped the TRX. What else did he jump? I can't remember the other vehicle he jumped. Was it a Raptor? But anyways, they just jumped that one. Granted, it was not the same jump that he did, and they didn't do it over a creek. So make sure you don't do it over a creek. But you gonna get one of these and jump it too? But just wanted to point that out.
This ZR2 is impressive. We changed the ZR2 proportions to account for the tough off-road conditions. The front bumper design helps us increase the angle of approach to 31 degrees.
Okay, so here's some numbers that's good to hear. So, you can 31 degrees on the approach angle. That's actually really good. And departure angle is 23 degrees. All right. So your wheelbase is 147 and a half. Ground clearance at a total of 11 inches. That's not that much. It's less than a foot. I could be wrong on that. Huh. Okay.
Larger tires gave us an improvement in departure angle and more ground clearance. We increased the wheel travel in both the front and rear to really give this vehicle the freedom to accommodate rough ground. Add in the larger skid plates, and you have the confidence to travel over a variety of terrains. The ZR2 is the second truck in the Chevrolet lineup to feature the multi-mag DSSV dampers. They use spool valves, which are tuned to provide optimal shock control in all driving conditions. For the Silverado ZR2, we involved the damping system specifically for a full-size truck platform. Silverado ZR2 features a unique terrain mode with 2-speed transfer case. You can use it in 4 high on uneven roads and hills, but what's really awesome is using it in 4 low for rock crawling. With one pedal driving, as soon as the driver backs off the gas pedal, the vehicle actively begins to slow down. When engaged, while the vehicle's in 4.
So, for people who don't really know what the one pedal driving system is, the Volts kind of have it. I got it somewhat have it on my Gen 2 Volt. Is when I drive it in low, it's only in low, not in drive. Is I drive, and then if I'm coming up to a stoplight or a stop sign, I just let up the gas and it starts slowing down on its own. It's not guaranteed that it's going to come to a complete stop at the time, whatever, but I also have like a little paddle to help out, or I can apply the brakes myself. But it will actually slow down the vehicle all on its own just by letting off the pedal. That's kind of the best way I can describe the one pedal driving, just for people who didn't quite know.
Or low, one pedal driving will cause the vehicle to slow to a complete stop when the driver takes the foot off the gas. This feature can turn a highly technical and complicated event into a confident control maneuver. The Silverado ZR2 features electronic locking differentials on both the front and rear wheels. If one of the wheels is unable to gain traction, the front and rear E-lockers ensure that maximum power is put into all the wheels, limiting slip.
Our engineers and designers spent countless hours in studios and development labs and out in the field with customers on highways, rural roads, and off-road trails. And it's the feedback we've received that inspired our rallying cry around the 22 Silverado, no compromises.
We set out to give customers a wider range of choices and at the same time elevate Silverado's design from the inside out. We've enhanced the design of the Silverado's exterior to give it a more premium look. Every trim features a new front fascia which emphasizes the truck's stability and strength with a wide, planted stance. On LT trim and above, daytime running lamps have been programmed with unique animation sequences, and the available fog lamps have a new design that lends a contemporary look. We gave the truck a unique, bold front end. The front bumper has a cutaway design that gives the ZR2 a better approach angle, especially on the corners. The sculpted steel bumper and integrated skid plate prioritize durability and repairability. A camera integrated into the grille helps the driver view the terrain on technical maneuvers, and the substantial wheel flares give the truck a rugged appearance while helping to protect the sheet metal from flying debris.
The big story is inside. We completely reimagined the interior on LT trims and above. We made them feel more spacious and more premium. The center stack is canted toward the driver to make things more accessible. And we created a series of horizontal lines and float elements that add a spacious and streamlined look. The centerpiece of the new design is the 13.4-inch diagonal touchscreen. Paired with the touchscreen is a 12.3-inch diagonal digital instrument cluster. Together they provide almost panoramic access to all the vital vehicle information and infotainment options. We intentionally designed open storage compartments in the console. That's one advantage to electronic shift, which is included on trucks with bucket seats.
Our goal was to create a premium interior marked by materials that are easy to wipe down after a long day on the trail. And as an off-roader myself, I know how these trucks are used. The ZR2 not only looks like a great off-roader, it functions like one too. The Greystone soft trim, paired with a jet black environment and technical decor, communicate a no-nonsense, ready-for-anything attitude. And the aggressive side bolsters, prominent shoulder pads, and unique seat patterns are a nod to the off-road performance the ZR2 is capable of. The new Silverado interior is loaded with surprises that upgrade the customer experience. And nowhere is this more evident, perhaps, than in the Silverado High Country. As our most premium option, the High Country's console, glove box, and doors are trimmed with real open-pore wood. The premium Bose performance speakers feature large stainless steel grills. A unique wingtip perforation runs the full length of the seat and into the leather on the console. It has a special touch of quality and craftsmanship. The embroidered headrest, the piping, and bold color options put the High Country in its own league.
The new Chevy Silverado interior is designed around the user experience, including the ways our customers interact with technology. We want our customers to move from their lives into the Silverado and back to their lives seamlessly.
Humanized mobility means integrating technology intuitively, and I believe it is a huge differentiator for Silverado. Even before starting the vehicle, we thought about the experience. As soon as the customer gets behind the wheel, we bring light onto the display. It's a much more beautiful and engaging experience than a static display. And it's a gentle and intuitive reminder that the technology is there working for the customer. We have one of the widest touchscreens in the truck market, and we offer a completely reconfigurable digital instrument.
I just want to intervene right there. You notice they said widest, not biggest, not longest, not overall, like square inches or whatever. They just said widest. Because they know they ain't got the biggest. They know they're still lacking in the length part. Like, they got the width, the girth, but not the length. All right, move it on.
Cluster as standard on LT trim and above. With Silverado, there's a cluster designed for everyone. Available on most trims, Chevy with Google built-in compatibility works alongside Android Auto and Apple CarPlay to offer a level of customization and flexibility that hasn't existed before. And customers can do more with voice commands, meaning hands stay on the wheel and eyes stay on the road. Great user experience design is an enabler to help customers do everything they want to do, whether it's navigating to a location, finding their favorite song or podcast, or hooking the truck up to a trailer. We look for creative and thoughtful ways to organize and scale all of that information so that it's useful for everyone.
Trailer towing is often a difficult task. We've worked hard to provide trailering features that are easy to use every step of the way. The system walks customers through the steps to connect a trailer, helping to ensure everything is connected and the lights and brakes work properly. The system can also provide warning.
I guess it's a good thing for people who's never towed trailers before, first time, or haven't done it in a long time. So that's actually nice that they kind of help them out with that. You don't want people hooking up their trailers wrong or using the wrong hitch and not hooking their safety chains and so on and so forth, not plugging in the proper lights and everything. So that, commend them on that.
Warnings if parts of the hitching process have gone wrong. On High Country trim, we also offer Super Cruise hands-free driver assistance technology, which comprehends the additional mass of the trailer, adjusting speed through curves or the following distance behind another vehicle. Trying to gauge the length of a trailer relative to car in the next lane can be tricky. To help, we've enhanced side blind zone alert to account for the length of the trailer. Plus, our camera views are enhanced by the larger 13.4-inch diagonal screen. Safety is built into Silverado from the ground up. Chevy Safety Assist is a suite of 6 standard active safety features available at all trims. The 22 Silverado systems are capable of receiving updates over the air. keeping the truck fresh with the latest available technology long after it's driven off the dealership lot. Under the hood, we have news to share on the 2.7-liter turbo. It's just one of a family of tried and true truck engines.
Okay, let's try to get a quick look at these engines. So the 2.7 turbo, it's an 8-speed. You got the 3.7 turbo diesel, that's a 10-speed, increases to 13.3. You got the 5.3 V8 8-speed. You got 5.3 V8 10-speed, which is going to be a lot smoother ride, probably more overall speed, also better acceleration and stuff like that. The 6.2 V8 10-speed, which is probably the one I'll be looking at. I don't know, depending on about the whole 2.7. That doesn't look like a huge turbo to me. Could be wrong. All right, back to it.
But the upgrades make it a leader in its own right, especially if you're a fan of its key attribute.
Low-end torque. At an estimated 420 pound-feet, the 2.7 turbo sets the bar for more torque than any base engine in its class.
I spent the majority of my career as a small block engineer, and I still work with V8s. I love the small block engine, and I was surprised at how much torque was available on this engine, especially so early in the RPM range. It's very exciting. Historically, a customer who tows a boat to the marina or pulls a camper or a race car to the track would default to a V8. Now our customers have a choice. They can have power, durability, and great efficiency in an engine that's half the size.
The 2.7 liters impressive torque is enabled by its strength and durability. And now it's even stronger. We stiffened the crank by 30%, and we've employed proven turbo diesel design techniques for many of the components throughout the engine. We added a kilogram of aluminum to the block in the form of additional ribbing, and stiffening and strengthening the engine has allowed us to crank up the output and make it smoother and quieter at the same time.
Another enabler is our active thermal management technology that gives this engine targeted heating and cooling capabilities to ensure optimum engine temperature. Whether it's pulling a lot of weight or passing a big rig on the highway, the upgraded 2.7-liter engine does the job confidently.
We've re-engineered how the engine and transmission talk to one another. The downshifts are faster, much crisper, more precise, and totally smooth. All the recalibration and extra torque have resulted in faster 0 to 60 times. The 2.7 turbo is stronger, quieter, more durable, and more efficient than ever. It's a true standout in the industry, and we believe it redefines what this engine is all about.
Today, we're one step closer in our pursuit of offering every customer a truck with the look, features, and price point they need.
On the outside, Silverado has a fresh look that emphasizes the truck's stance. Inside is an exciting new interior that feels roomier and more premium, with larger screens and new materials. New, intuitive, easy-to-use technologies provide an outstanding user experience. A significantly upgraded 2.7-liter turbo engine features best-in-class torque. And the ZR2, our new flagship lifted truck, offers a unique balance
that they really didn't say much about at all. Just an FYI.
Of off-road guts and on-road manners.
And we're so excited to share the new 2022 Silverado with our customers. We know they're going to love it just as much as we do.
Okay, so I'm actually kind of disappointed in this video. They talked very little about the ZR2, which I'm going to pull this up to see if maybe we could do a price and build and get a little bit more information. They didn't talk about the performance of it. They didn't talk about no horsepower, torque, miles per hour, nothing. They didn't talk about any. They were just like, oh, this is what it looks like on the outside and this is what it looks like on the inside. They didn't even mention it has 35-inch tires, which is, I read that somewhere else in an article. They just mentioned like the ground clearance and the bumper, and like. So let's see what happens when we try to. Oh, see, it's still not available to do the build. Let's go back. They show it here. All new. Let's see if there's more information here for everybody, because honestly, that video was not that great. See, Chris Pratt. So yeah, they got like some famous people. I don't know who that is, but okay. So dampeners, the locking differentials. They talk about the high approach front bumper at like 31 degrees. Um, okay. So the feature. Here we go. Here's some. I'm actually disappointed in this right here. So it's sounding like it's not what we were hoping for with the ZR2. It's saying it's got the 6.2 V8 with 420 horsepower and 460. We were hoping for more, Chevy. We wanted a Raptor and TRX competitor. When are we gonna get that? You only got a few years left before like they nix gasoline trucks and stuff like that, and you go with electric and electric only. So that's a little disappointing right there. 10-speed transmissions, got the dampeners. Yeah, all new approach on 31 degrees. So the approach, 2-speed transfer casing. This says 33 inches. The article I read said 35 stock. Okay, that's no, not good. It probably fits 35s, but when I heard that was stock, that was actually kind of nice because that made me think it was going to be a little bit higher, all that stuff. Anyways, let's see, skid plates, hidden dual outlet, exhaust for better departure angles. That just means it's coming out of the bumper, most likely. Exclusive interior with the standard screen, black grille, and flow tie. I said blow tie, flow tie, same difference. For increased airflow to the engine, raised hood with styled insert. This just talking about this area right here. Exclusive wheel opening moldings, animated LED headlamps. All right, let's see. So there's the 33s. They say what Goodyear Wrangler mud terrain tires. I mean, 35s would look better. Just my opinion. Well, they're not coming out of the bumper. Okay. It doesn't talk about the towing capacity either. Yeah, ZR2. So pictures repeat. Okay, so we're going to close that one. Okay, more ZR2. So this is just more of the inside. Boom, boom, boom. So that's the high country, that's the LT, and this is the ZR2. So what's the other ones come with? Oh, let's try to see if we can find that. Yeah, these are just okay. 18, 20, 22-inch wheel options, headlamps. Okay, yeah, it's just talking about those different features. It said the red line? Redesigned. Okay, I thought it said red line. Okay. So available Super Cruise. Yeah, this is all stuff that's supposed to be standard, I believe, on LT and higher. All right, so this is the LT. Oh no, this is the high country. High country, yep. So, no, this is not what this video originally was talking about. But I want to try to get some numbers to compare. So this is the Super Cruise driving assistance. So keep available on high country. Super Cruise is hands-free. Manages the speed and steering for on more than 2,100 miles of capable roads. Right. Also functions when towing. Giving you okay. Strong choices. So here's the different levels. So high country is still the highest. ZR2 is below that. So for financial purposes, how much you'll spend, that's a good thing to know. If you ever like done a building and a pricing, you kind of get an idea how much the high country is, which we'll try to do a quick one on that here in a little bit after I go through, because I want to find out the different like horsepowers and stuff like that. Because the ZR2 is supposed to, you know, be the tough and fast one, you know what I mean? But all right, I'm trying to also watch some of my language. So yeah, we got the work truck, which is your lowest trim. Got the custom again, and the custom trail boss. Then the LT RST. LT Trail Boss, LTZ, ZR2, and High Country. High Country for the longest time was like the one I've been looking at until I heard about the ZR2. Okay, so the ZR2, let's get a fresher. I believe it was 420 with like 460. So yeah, so we're gonna keep this in mind. And this is the 6.2. So it's a 420 with 460. Okay, 420, 460. We'll move that. Okay, so we're gonna go back down. Here's the engine. So the 2.7 turbo. I believe this was a diesel. It's not available on the ZR2, but it's got 310, so it's 110 less. But it's a smaller engine, so your gas mileage stuff is probably actually pretty decent on that. So we'll move on up. This is what I have in my truck, a 2018. The engine. So these numbers might not be the same, but this is 355, 383 as standard on all of these. Okay, available because so it's standard on the so you can upgrade the work truck stuff like that. So this is what's standard on the ZR2, 420, 460. You can also get it on the custom Trail Boss and above. So if you look up here, custom Trail Boss and above, you can't get it on the custom motor work truck. Okay, so this is the 3.0 turbo diesel. It's available on everything but the ZR2. You cannot get on the ZR2. Provides 277 horsepower. Okay, so it's got the best engine, but it doesn't have a special engine. Like this is the ZR2. Can do like maybe a turbocharged one or something, slap a good turbo on it that like 50 horsepower or something to it. I don't know. That's just my opinion. So it does have the best engine in it. We can't build one right now, but what we can do, because it's a lower trim than a high country, to get an idea of how much it's not going to cost, we'll do a high country, just a base high country, and that'll give us an idea of 2021, obviously. Try to get as close to the 2022 year, because that'll give us an idea of how high it's going to be. So we're just going to do. They offer this in the ZR2 crew cab. They do offer a double cab, which is what I got, single cab. But most people are gonna go around here and we're gonna do standard bed, obviously. That might make a difference, but this is also the biggest one of them all. As you can see, it's like a $300 difference. Then from this to that, because it's crew cab, that's like a $2,400 difference. So like $2,700 difference from the lowest cab to the highest, because we're not going to do a regular cab. Not very many people buy those anymore. All right, so we're not doing the work truck. We're not doing custom trail boss, blah blah blah. We're legit just going to go ahead and go straight to the high country. I mean, I don't care about what it resets. We're going straight to the high country. It still has the shifter on it, old school. So the inside hasn't changed much from what I currently have. So I don't know how much they're going to raise the price with the changing of the interior. That's something we'll have to find out. But we're also going to do the 6.2 because that's what's going to be in the ZR2. So we want to keep the same engine. So right now we're looking at 59. Okay. I don't think it really matters what color we pick, but we'll pick. Because I'm going to try to spec it out as easy as possible to what I would get in ZR2, which is not going to be nothing too fancy. It's going to be as base as possible. See, power sunroof would be nice if they offered that on ZR2. Like, trucks should have sunroofs too, especially if you get cabs. So, do I want that? It adds 3,000 to it. Adaptive cruise. Okay, so I mean, because I'm probably gonna do it too. So, and it makes the wheels bigger and all that stuff. So yeah, go ahead and do it. It also adds the safety package. I don't know if I want the Mac. That's only $800. And let's go remove all that. Nope. Okay, I'm not worried about that. This should not cost extra right here. The Dark Essentials package to get your black badges and stuff like that. That should not cost extra. But I'm adding that because I'm sorry, it looks so much better than the gold. All right, so we're just gonna keep that the same. Keep all this the same. Yeah, I get rid of that automatic stop and start. Yep, get rid of that. Adaptive ride control. Okay, boom, boom, boom. All right, next is interior. Really nothing big. Okay, accessories. We're skipping that. Okay, so for the most part, a basic high country, we just added the sunroof, the deluxe, which I think they said was an extra 28. Um, was it here? Select packages. Extra 38 to get the sunroof, the safety, and all that stuff. That's actually not bad. And upgrade the wheels and everything. So that's polished wheels. I would actually change that to black if I'm getting the black truck, to be honest. Like, but just to kind of give you an idea, that might cost a little bit more, but it is what it is. So it comes out to be like a 60 total vehicle 65.6, and then before packaging savings 67, total vehicle price 66, net price. So it looks like it's going to cost about 64 and a half, which I mean it's not too bad. And that's a high country. So I would estimate the ZR2 probably be about I don't know about 60. I would say maybe 50, 57 to 60. So that's not too bad to kind of give people an idea. But I was very disappointed in them not really giving us much information on the ZR2. Like, first ever Chevy Silverado ZR2. We tell you 4 things about it. Like, we had to do research to kind of get some better idea. And, like, you could have just easily said, hey, we got the 6.2 V8. I know some of y'all know what that is and what the horsepower is on that, but not everybody. Like, not everybody knows that information. So I had to look it up. It's 420 horsepower, 460 pounds of torque. I'm guessing it's still going to be with the ZR2. We'll estimate like a 25-gallon tank to 30-gallon tank on that. I probably stock if you don't mess with it like I have with my truck. If you don't raise it, you don't put bigger tires on it, you don't tune it, so on and so forth. You'll probably be getting about on a V8 mode, I would say probably about 18. 18. If it shuts down to the V4, you'll probably be getting like 24-ish. I know some people who had I got some people who get some decent miles on their trucks. I obviously don't. Just the way it's set up, it's okay. I think I max out at about 18 when I'm driving real good. But that kind of gives you an idea. So that's my input on what I thought was going to be a release video for the ZR2. I'm honestly kind of disappointed. We've been wanting a Raptor TRX answer from Chevy, from like the factory, not from aftermarket companies that Chevy authorizes to keep warranty, or what we do ourselves for extra. Like we want our Dominus Rex. There was an article I read that there was rumored to be a ZR2X version. I haven't heard anything about that. I was not able to read anything about that. It was just like a picture of the decals, and it's like everything has X in it or something like that, because the TRX, the Raptor X, or whatever. Yeah. So we're hoping, like, can we get an Indominus? Like, because that's bigger than the T-Rex, right? From Jurassic World, the Indominus Rex. So, like, yeah, can we get like a Silverado Indominus or Rex or something like that? We need something. Come on, Chevy. We need something. But thanks, guys, for watching. Feel free to leave your comments and questions below, your input below. Tell me what you think about what we've seen so far of this truck. What would you like to see with future levels? Because hey, who knows? They might separate this truck completely and just be and like give it different levels and different add-ons, different engines. Like we don't know. This is the first year of doing it. They don't have that much longer. I think was it 30 or 35. They had to completely stop making non-electric vehicles. So they got a little bit of time with this. So we're hoping to see more in it. But yeah, feel free to hit that thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, comment down below what you think about the ZR2. What other vehicle announcement videos that you would like to hear from me, or for me to go over along with different builds. I'm hoping to do one for the Z06, the Corvette Z06, because just the other day I did a build on just a standard Corvette with the Corvette C8R trim package. It's just stickers. It's not anything more. Came out to like 67 and it wasn't even the best. It was like a 2LT or something like that. It wasn't the top. no reason really to get to top unless you just want to spend extra money and have that luxury, or maybe even make some money off it, depending on how quick you sell it. But yeah, so I plan on doing the Z06 reveal video, and yeah, that's pretty much it. So like I said, like, share, subscribe, comment below what you think about this and other vehicles that you'd like to see me review. Until next time, guys.